Top 5 defensive tackle prospects as identified by Chris Sims last week on Unbuttoned, and it was a close call at the top. Chris, what'd you do? Flip a coin, throw a dart, light a match? What'd you do?
Well, I just went with the guy that I thought was just a hair more disruptive than the other, but Derrick Brown, Javon Kinlaw, Mike, I mean, it's 1A, 1B. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Mike, these are both top 5 talents in the NFL draft. Like, if Quinnen Williams was a top 5 pick last year, then these two are as well. I mean, they're bigger than Quinnen Williams. They're every bit as athletic. You know, they had that factor, Mike, of where I watched games and I went, wait, am I watching a highlight film or is this the game? You know, so to me, they're very intriguing. And with the Tua quarterback injury conversation and him falling out of the top 5 and probably not going to be good trade bait, I do look at those two as being hot commodities, to where if I'm the Lions or Giants, I'm hoping teams fight over those two guys right there and come up and make a move and try to get them.
Does the fact that Quinnen Williams got so much hype last year, and some were saying he's even a safer pick than a Nick Bosa, some may have been you and me, does that in any way take some of the shine off of the top defensive tackles this year? Does that carry over at all?
I don't think so. I mean, I understand there's probably some trepidation there, but they're a little bit different guys. You know, Quinnen Williams last year, you know, 305, 310. These guys are 326, 330, and dominant and a little more versatile in, I think, what they can do, Mike. They could be pure nose tackles and just make a mosh pit of the offensive line in the run game. They also can be guys that you could just say, hey, get on the edge of the guard and win that gap and create havoc. And they can do that. Or they could be a 3-4 defensive end, Mike, where they got to hold up guys and read, you know, offensive tackle, read in the backfield. Okay, the running back's going this way. Let me throw my guy that way and go make the tackle. But without a doubt, top 5 commodities, these guys. I was just couldn't be more impressed. Really, with the defensive tackle group, it's pretty impressive, Mike. I think there's going to be I really think you have a chance to have 5 defensive tackles go in the first round, maybe 6. I really think it's a position that's being a little overlooked in this first round scheme right now.
And the problem always is the defensive tackles are thrown into the mix with everyone else who plays every other position. So you start calling names, and the defensive tackles can be overlooked. Where do you see your top 2 guys going in the top 10?
Well, I think if I look at the top 10, I mean, when you look at 7, 8, and 9, right? I think those 3 teams, between the Panthers, the Cardinals, and then the Jaguars, they have needs at those positions. And I would think if those guys are sitting there when they're coming up to pick, I don't know how you could turn them down. I don't. You know, those are guys where you go, wow, they're going to make a difference for my football team from day one and then going to be here for a long, long time and really have, you know, huge ceilings. So they're really impressive, Mike. I think they're can't-miss prospects. That's how good they are, and I would be shocked if they were not picked in the top 10.
If only the F up the play were an official statistic, we'd have greater appreciation for their talents, because it sounds like, based on how you're describing them, wherever you put them on the offensive or defensive line, that's what they're going to have a high potential of doing.
Definitely. They can do it all, Mike. They're really, and that's the beauty of them, is I don't think there's any scheme that they're going to look at these players and go, oh, they don't fit our scheme. You know, they're so big, so talented, so athletic, so strong at the point of attack that I think every team's going to look at them. Some might look at them a little differently. Oh, we'd like to play them here. We'd like to play them there. But either way, they're going to be somebody that defensive coaches and head coaches are going to look at and go, oh, he can play in our defensive line. We'll find a spot for him. Let's go forward and just let them dominate. Really impressive. Like I said, top 5 talents. Be shocked if they get outside the top 10.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.